you can have your very own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Family Home Entertainment.
These turtles don't know the meaning of the word defeat. That's right. We never bothered to look it up in the dictionary.
First, it's Heroes in a Half Shell. A turtle-rific blast of fun for kids, teenagers,
Yes, looking at you, kid.
and ultra-cool adults. Party animals from another world. Share the excitement and laughter. Take the Fab Foursome for the ride of their life.
Watch it! You're ruining my finish!
Watch Shell Shock as the bodiless brain...
I don't know about you guys, but my cartoon morning routine has definitely changed now as a 37-year-old man. Actually, I'm going to be 37 next month, but I might as well just get used to it, man. We're getting older. It sucks, man, you know? I actually dyed my hair last week. There's a lot of gray. Embrace age and live in the now. That, because it's just so much better to live in the past and reminisce on all these great original Ninja Turtle action figures that I had as a kid. I got these. These are my original set. I got them, don't fall, Leo. I got them when I was 3 years old. I was born in '87. I didn't get into Ninja Turtles until the 1990 movie is really what got me in. Then I had to get the toys. I actually remember sitting on my dad's lap in that movie theater and watching Turtles on the... Like, I vividly remember the whole scene where they say hi to April O'Neil and she's freaking out, and then Leonardo and them are all screaming, ah! That is a memory I will never forget. I was so excited. Theater packed with kids, all ages. It was... You just had to be there, man. I vaguely remember it, you know, but that image of me in the theater watching it is never gonna leave. But what are we talking about today? We got Raph, 1988, Leonardo, 1988. Don't fall, you weirdo. There we go. Donatello, the last Ronin himself, Michelangelo. These are great. These are cool. Of course, these hold a special place in our hearts. They're just phenomenal figures, and they still hold up today. However, jump to 2024 from 1988, we have the brand new reissues of the Turtles. Yes! And, well, to be honest with you guys, I already opened them all. And I played with them, because my buddy Chris Hale gifted these to me. And I think, what, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? When Wolverine came out, he brought these over to me, and we just opened them, and we just played with them, because we were just too excited we wanted to play with the figures. But they're actually pretty sweet. I gotta say, I love them. So, since, I already opened them, here's a look at the packaging for you guys. The packaging is actually pretty awesome, you know? 40 years of Turtles, all that fancy schmancy stuff, Nickelodeon, what the figures come with. That's all fantastic, but the reason why I'm doing this, you guys, is because I want to take a closer look and just give a full review on them, like an actual, legit Moscato Bot review on these action figures. So without further ado, let's take a closer look. Now let's go ahead and start with the articulation. So Michelangelo, his head, and I'm just going to do one turtle, because they all basically have the same articulation. Michelangelo's head can rotate all the way around if you wanted to. It's on a ball peg, and it can go down that far, not very far at all, up quite a bit, down no bueno, and it does have some tilty action, not a lot, but enough. I did notice here the paint is not filled in there, but if you look at Michelangelo here from the 1988, you can see the same kind of thing there. So one thing I wanted to note it is they weren't completely painted in the 80s either. But for this remastered Turtle release for the 40th anniversary, what would it have cost to just finish painting that? I guess quite a bit. But yeah, back to the articulation. Arms can go out that far, back in, rotate all the way around. Do they have some butterfly action? Kind of. Not too much, but enough. Single jointed elbows, which is actually very good. I like that. You know, rotates here at the wrist, which is cool, and rotates at the bicep, which is also nice. Liking that. All of them do this. The legs are a little bit weird, so they can kick forward, and they can kick to the side kind of back. That's as far as they'll go, because obviously the shell's going to hinder it. It's not going to kick all the way back. But it's enough now. You can get it out to the side, and you can bend. Single joint here at the knee. So the articulation obviously is way better than this, because all we could do, up and down, a little bit in, a little bit out, and then you can get them to kind of sit in the turtle van like that. That's basically it for all 4 of the original turtles. So go ahead and put Mikey back there, looking at the new Mikey again. But I mean, it does enough to where you can get some cool poses, if you will, and you know, you can have them kind of stand up and kick like that. So I mean, really nice articulation for all these guys. Swivel here at the knee, swivel with the foot. Here's my biggest gripe with these guys. No hinge here at the foot, at the ankle. So we get no ankle pivot, we just get rotation at the ankle, that's it. And no bendy down and back. That's all you had to do. That's it, and it would have been perfect. Perfect! So close to perfect, man. Now, again, the noses here are a little bit more bulgy in the new sculpt. I mean, compared. But I think I like the bulginess better. It just makes it look more like definitely a toy of the 80s, but better. That's the best way I could describe it, you know? That is so good. It really is. Like, look at the difference. I like that. Now, the thing I don't like, obviously, and a lot of people are complaining, it doesn't bother me as much in hand, but the texture on these guys is, just why? Why? If it was just a little bit more subtle, I think it would have been perfect. I think on Leonardo it looks the worst. In fact, we'll go ahead and we'll just grab Leo now that the articulation's done. And I mean, it's just, you can really tell. It's enough to annoy me, but it doesn't break the figure for me. The biggest gripe I have are the ankles and the feet. Just a swivel, no bendy, and no pivot. Yeah, you kind of dropped the ball there, Playmates. I mean, if you're going all out, go all out, you know? Because when are we going to get another remastered set of the Playmates Turtles? I don't know, you know? But another thing I want to point out here is the head of Leonardo kind of reminds me of something here. And it's Donatello's head. Why does he have Donnie's head when Leonardo has Leo's head? You know what I mean? Like, this is what it's supposed to be. And we get Donnie's head with a new paint. But then you come over here to Donnie, and look at that. The heads are swapped. I don't know why they went this route. It's kind of weird. Okay, I guess. If anyone knows why they did that, I would love to know, but it's just a little gripe. I do love it, and honestly, I think this gritting teeth look for Leonardo is cooler, because he's my favorite turtle, man. I love it. Another new thing here we got to point out are their weapons. Their signature weapons have all been repainted, because look at that compared to that, and you guys can see here, dang, big time upgrade, and I am here for it. I like the color. It's very, it goes back to the cartoon. It's a kid's toy, you know what I mean? And the matching colors with said turtle makes me feel like, wow, it's definitely a kid's toy, because I know blue is Leonardo, and purple, it's Donatello, and so on. You know, you can see the differences there. Just differences that I wanted to show you guys. Taking a quick look at Raphael here. Look at his Sai. Awesome. And like, this one is almost dead on comparison. I'm loving that. That is so good. I think Raphael probably is the best looking one, because it looks so much like the old one, but you can definitely tell it's been upgraded. Where these guys, you can see they look very different compared to their counterparts here. So, little swappage and whatnot here with all these Ninja Turtle goodness. Okay, let's get the turtles out of the way. Let's look at some of their new weapons that they come with. Now, I don't know any of these names, but I've used this in the video game Neo, which is pretty cool. It's one of my favorite weapons in that game on PS4. Look at that. Mikey comes with these scythe nunchuck thingies, whatever you want to call them. Raph comes with a double hammer. I mean, it's cool, and it definitely gives me that, like, wow, this is an 80s, 90s toy. I like that. It's crazy, you know? That's a weapon you get as a kid. Leo comes with this thingy, which is pretty sweet. And Donatello's ready to mess some dudes up because he's going medieval on your ass, man. Look at this. A dual swingy mace staff? That's just insanity to me. But it's painted pretty cool. This one's black, it's not purple, whereas the other ones all have the colors of the turtles that match each turtle. This one, they just went with a horse of a different color, I guess. Is it purple? Am I colorblind? It looks black to me. Maybe a tint of purple. Now, before we go over the other accessories that these new turtles come with, I gotta show you. This is the old accessory that came with Raphael. I don't know what it's called. I believe this is what Karai kills him with in the Last Ronin, but this little knife here. What's cool about that, not only did they give us updated weapons and accessories and paint and all that, so all the turtles come with throwing stars and this little knife thingy thing here that looks like a slice of pizza. The new Raph also comes with that same weapon. Check that out, and it's painted very nicely. Taking a look at the belts and stuff too, you can just see those two side by side. Really cool that they threw that in there, you know, to give me, wow, Raphael really looks like the old Raph. Look at the sculpt design, though, in the shell. I mean, the details on the shell are fantastic compared, to the old guys here. So, just, wow. Overall, I mean, if we would have gotten this in the late 80s, early 90s like me, our minds would have exploded. These are so good, so cool. I love them. But that all being said, it could have been done better. Missed opportunity on the, missing of the rest of the paint here on the mouth and the teeth. The skin looking all weird and scaly. I get it. They're reptiles. They're turtles. I just don't like it. It's cool. A little more subtle and it would have worked because Mikey's not too bad. More in the light, you can see it, I think Raph has the best texture overall. And then Leo has definitely the worst. You can really tell on Leo and Donatello with the darker colors. So, it is what it is. And a quick closer look here at the weapons. You guys can see Mikey's nunchucks painted orange to match the turtle. And he actually comes with real chain. I love that. Keep doing this. Every single toy company. Mattel, Playmates, NECA. If you're going to do nunchucks, give us metal chains. That's all I'm asking. Looking so good. Leonardo's sword, painted blue, nice silvers going on. I mean, it's not the greatest. It's definitely an improvement from what we had in the past. Donatello's bow staff. This one, I'm not too crazy about. Maybe a little wash over it will really bring out some details in there because there is some nice, if you can see, if we can focus a bit, some nice wooden sculpt work in there. I know it's plastic, but you guys know what I mean. A little bit of blacks, like if it was black in between, maybe some paint work, but right in the seams there, I think that would just make it pop a little bit more instead of just one shade of purple. Still looks cool nonetheless. And then we have Raphael's Sai. Loving it. Looks so much better than what we had before. I do like the red. Maybe a little bit of black on there again on all of these would be really cool. It just would really make it pop and come out and bring out those oranges and whatnot. So I don't know if I want to paint them or not. I'm not really good at painting toys, so I'm just saying, if someone's done that, I would love to see it. Now, the weapons do all fit in their shells, or in their belts, I should say, very nicely. All of them are very well done. They all fit great. I cannot tell you guys the countless times my belt would unbutton with my toys, and I would run into my mom and dad's bedroom at like 6 a.m. and be like, wake them up and be like, Mommy, Leonardo's belt unbuckled. Can you buckle it back in? Because, they had this little, let's see, now as an adult, I got it down pat. But it's just, maybe not. They're still kind of a pain in the ass to hook back on. So I'm glad we just can't take them off now with the new ones. And now his belt's off. And fiddling with it off camera, I got it back in. Mom, thank you. All those times I woke you up at 6 a.m. to put my belt back on. Thank you.
Look, I did have it in there. It's a bitch to get Mikey's nunchucks inside his holsters. That's the only problem I have with this Michelangelo.
I want to see if these dudes fit in the OG Turtle Van. Now, this is the reissue Turtle Van. Sad story real quick. We had a storage unit My parents couldn't afford to pay for it anymore. All my old 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Now, I had some He-Man and stuff. Very little He-Man. I had, like, Battle Cat, Skeletor, Cringer. The usuals that you would have. They didn't tell me about it, and I lost all my toys. I actually got there late, and I saw, and I'll never forget this. A little kid, I had the Rock'em Sock'em Shredder versus Michelangelo. I had my Turtle Blimp and my Sewer Lair and a bunch of figures. Little kid, and he was like maybe a 6-year-old. I wanted to beat the shit out of this 6-year-old. I didn't, because I was like 16 at the time when this all happened. Man, 20 years ago I lost all my stuff, but yeah, they didn't tell me about it. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And I got to see a bunch of kids leave with all my... I'm talking RoboCop, Batman 89 Keaton figures, you know, my Batmobile. A lot of the stuff that I grew up with is just gone, you know. I had all my Power of the Force Star Wars stuff. I love Star Wars. Well, I love George Lucas Star Wars. Long story short, I lost a lot of my turtle shit, and I'm sad about it. I love my parents to death. But God, that one still burns, Mom and Pop. Anyways, a buddy of mine sent me this, which is really cool. And I just want to see how the turtles will fit. You see, they can't really sit cross with the legs, you know, but I guess we don't need to do that anymore because now you can kind of fold them over. No steering wheel or anything, but will they fit in the van? And the question, or the answer is, I should say, is yes. If you fiddle with them enough, they will definitely... I always had Donatello in the back. I usually have Mikey in the sidecar thing here. And Leo and Raph are the ones that are driving. And then, this part always scared me as a kid, and it scares me even more as an adult. This little dinky rubber band. Let's go ahead and see if he'll fit. Nunchucks in the back. Someone give me a snack. Never mind, I'm fat. Come on. Oh, yeah! Dude. And we'll throw on Mikey's new, whatever the hell this is, just for good measure. And here we have it, you guys, the Turtle Van with the new remastered turtles. Go ahead and lift that up so you can see inside. They do fit perfectly. I'm loving that. It looks so cool. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. I used to do it a lot when I would drive the turtles, unless I was, you know, pretending like Shredder was shooting and they put the visor down or whatever. That's fine, but I like it better like that. Donnie just fell out, which is all good. We'll get him up in a second. This is how I've been kind of clipping him on. Lift that up. We'll go ahead and tilt this down a bit so you can see. There's that little spot right there. There we go. That's be smarter than the Turtle Van. Just kind of clip him on. He'll grab it. Now, he doesn't grip it well, but it's enough for him to stay on. You know, obviously when you're playing with it, he'll come off, but I'll show you again. I'm shooting for something like that. And everything went to shit. You guys get the gist. Fiddle around with it. He'll stick on there, but that looks cool. Tell me this doesn't look sick. Mikey, of course, in here. I mean, this is badass, dude. I am loving that. So cool. So cool. Oh, we got a foot bomb rolling around. But yeah, I mean... They fit with your old turtle toys, and with all these re-releases coming out at Target, I mean, you know, we got the toilet taxi. We have, of course, the Turtle Van's been always popping in and out, and then we have the pizza thrower. We're getting the Technodrome. We're getting the Sewer Lair. I mean, if you want to recapture your childhood for a more affordable price, this is the way to go. And I'm loving it. So awesome.
Did you used to store your toys like this as a kid? I used to. I used to put my turtles in the van with all their weapons and little accessories. And, you know, it just brings back memory because they're all rattling around in there and all the little pieces and whatnot, which is what I used to do. Or an old shoebox. I would have all my Star Wars toys and weapons and Ziploc bags. It's like, do I want to spend money for a nice case to put all my figures in? Or do I want to buy more action figures? How did you store your toys? Let me know down below in the comments. Vehicles like this, close it all up, Millennium Falcon, full of lightsabers and blasters and whatnot. Close it all up, put it in the closet, or a shoebox. Let me know.
So in conclusion, my friends, are these Turtle Boys worth it? Absolutely. They're so fun. I mean, and for the price, $12.99, like 13 and some change after tax. Get these turtles. They're hitting Walmarts now. They've actually been hitting Walmarts for about a month. These are so fun. Again, if we got these as kids, we would have shit our pants, man. Phenomenal turtles. But my nitpicks, I'm gonna give it 3.5 Moheads, because if you're gonna make and remaster something as iconic as the Turtles, and Turtles are back, man. I'm telling you, I mean, did it ever really leave? I don't know. Turtles, I feel like, are so much more just everywhere. Now, is that, can I form words and sentences? They are hard. 3.5 Moheads out of 5. Almost perfect. I still love them. You need to buy them and play with them. At least buy them, open them, play with them. And if you don't like them, you could always resell them to a friend at retail. Don't be a dick. You can resell them or help another collector out. But everyone who's a Turtle fan, you gotta play with these at least once. That's all I'm saying. They are so good. They are not perfect. Biggest nitpick, the skin thingy, all right. The paint on the mouth, it could have been better. Go the full Monty. No ankle pivot. And I'm spraying everywhere because I spit when I talk. I spit, I don't swallow. They're awesome. The feet. It's just the feet. That's it. That's going to do it here on MoscatoBot Collects. Chris, thank you so much, buddy, for joining me, getting these for me, opening them up with me live. Jonathan, that artwork, damn, it's good. All right, and not just the pervy boy in me. You are very talented, my friend. Just thank you for letting me be a part of your crazy circle, man. I love you, dude. I love all of my friends. Thank you guys so much. And now to you, the viewer. If you guys are here and you're watching my videos, it means the world to me. We are almost at 3,000 subs. I think I have grown from when I first started this 6 years ago. I'm doing this on a budget. I have an iPhone. Jonathan sent me these lights, Nostalgia Unbox, a year ago when we met, man. And you know, people that believe in me, I want to keep going onwards and upwards. So that's all. I ramble a lot. I apologize, you know, but I appreciate you being here. And if you've been with me for a long time, I would love to hear a comment from you. Seriously, it's been a crazy 6 years from when I first started YouTube with gaming and collecting until now. So I just want to keep getting better and going onwards and upwards. But I appreciate you guys with all my heart. Thank you all so much for watching. To all our One MoscatoBots, you all stay classy. I will see you all in the next one, which, a little teaser here, we got an updated Bebop and Rocksteady, and we know the hips are the big thing. I have a whole story with NECA customer service and everything. I have 3 different Bebops and Rocksteadies. I actually talked to Randy in DMs, and he helped get me a new set, and they were still broken. It's a long story. We're going to open these guys in the next video, talk about my horror story, and I love NECA toys. I just really miss the old customer service that they used to have on Twitter. It was just so much easier to get parts or whatever. But that's for another video. You all take care. I love you very much. MoscatoBots, roll out.
I love you all, my sons.